This means that everything that floats sinks a little. Ships, boats, even icebergs, they all descend slightly deeper. As if the ocean had sighed. Imagine a captain suddenly finding their massive freighter has sunk a few centimeters. Remove the salt, and the water starts freezing at zero. In cold Arctic and Antarctic regions, massive ice formation would begin instantly. Polar seas could turn into giant ice fields much faster than we can imagine. When the salt vanishes, something called osmotic shock begins. Marine organisms. Cells will desperately try to equalize the salt concentration inside and out. Billions, trillions of marine creatures from microscopic plankton to giant whales will die almost instantly. The ocean will turn into a graveyard. But the consequences don't stop there. The global climate depends on ocean currents, which in turn depend on salinity and temperature. And of course, the fishing industry would collapse. Coastal cities might face sea level changes. So what if all the salt in the world ocean disappeared? We'd get lighter icebergs, freezing polar seas, the instant mass death of most marine life, and global climate collapse. Imagine, in every liter of seawater, there are about 35 grams of salt. That's so much that if we extracted all the salt from the world ocean and spread it evenly over all the land, we'd get a layer as thick as a 10-story building. Salt is an essential part of the ocean, but what if it just disappeared? Right now, in an instant, what would our world become? The first thing we'd notice is the change in density. Salt water is denser than fresh water, and this difference is crucial. Without salt, the water becomes lighter. What if? Drop your wildest questions in the comments, and in the next video we'll find the answer. But that's minor compared to what happens to the freezing point. Salt acts as a natural antifreeze, allowing the ocean to freeze at about minus 1.8 degrees Celsius, compared to 0 degrees Celsius for fresh water. This is the worst part. The ocean is home to billions of organisms adapted to a very specific, salty environment. Their bodies are built around this balance for most. This will mean one thing: water will rush uncontrollably into their cells, causing them to swell and burst. Yes, you heard that right. This causes the collapse of the entire global food chain. Birds that eat fish, mammals that depend on marine resources, they all face starvation. Without salt, the Gulf Stream, which warms Europe, and other crucial currents would simply stop or drastically change. This would trigger unpredictable and extreme weather events. There is, of course, some good news. All the ocean water is now drinkable. But who needs it when the whole planet has descended into ecological disaster and climate chaos? It seems salt isn't so bad after all. It's just preventing the ocean from turning into a fresh, dead, icy swamp.